And welcome to the Hardin Simmons Coaches Show with Coach Jesse Burleson. I'm Al Pickett, and what a weekend for Hardin Simmons Athletics. Coach, you beat Mary Hardin Baylor for the second time, clinch your second straight conference championship, and then the next day, Rusty Oglesby's Cowgirls and Brad Bankhead's Cowboys win the conference soccer championships. Awfully good weekend, wasn't it, on the 40 acres?
That was a pretty good weekend. I think Dr. Neese had a pretty good weekend right there as the athletic director. But now we're really proud of what the Cowgirl soccer was able to do and Cowboy soccer was able to do. Just as proud for those guys as I was for us, and they do a great job, and they have great teams, and so just couldn't happen to better people.
I want to talk about several things from the Mary Hardin Baylor win. First of all, we've talked before about the freshmen, but look at what the freshmen did. Braylon Henry has to step in for Noah Garcia, has 28 carries. LeBron Tall is just tremendous at the defensive end with several sacks. Ethan Brumgard has to fill in for Grayson Bearden and makes 2 field goals and 3 extra points, is perfect there. And then Keon House has a huge interception right before halftime. All freshmen. What a job those guys did.
The future is bright. It's really exciting whenever those guys have been able to, number one, obviously they have the athletic ability, but you never know how long it's going to take those guys to pick up the scheme and more importantly, to realize how important their role is in what we're doing. I mean, there's guys that have been around here for 5 years, those super seniors that are dependent on these guys who've been here 5 minutes to step in and be able to do the job. And not only did they step in, but they did it extremely well. Ethan being able to step in and do that, I mean, he's handling all the kicking duties now and did a great job. I mean, he just continues to get better and better. And then LeBron is a terror, and he's just going to continue to get better. And then Braylon, we were like, man, if we can get 20 carries, and he ended up with almost 30, and played really, really well. And then Keon, I mean, with the interception, but he made a huge play on our punt team as well. And so those guys, not only did they step in, but they were difference makers, and we're really excited about where they are right now, but where they're going to be.
Until the fourth quarter, going into the fourth quarter, when they put together 2 drives, you had held them to 77 yards total offense in the first 3 quarters. Your defense was just outstanding.
Absolutely lights out. I mean, I think Coach Neese and the staff put together a great plan, and then our guys executed. We told them early in the week, hey, on all 3 phases, everything's going to draw up real nice. All the X's and O's, all the lines are going to be straight. Everything's going to be drawn up to perfection. It's going to be up to you to go execute it. And so I think we put together a great plan, and then being able to play complementary football is huge. All 3 phases working together. We had a huge punt return that got us down there to be able to score. And so anytime you can get those things working together, but it all starts with the defense just flying around and being ferocious. I mean, they played really well.
We talked about the freshmen, but 2 of your transfers at linebacker were just Charlie Patterson and Caden Roden were just tremendous the other day. And, of course, Charlie Patterson named to the D3Football.com Team of the Week.
I wish we had him the entire time. He is those 2 guys that are resetting the standard for playing linebacker here, which is saying something because we've had some absolutely outstanding ones, including their position coach, Matt Mitchell. But I think about guys like Jared Sanderson and some of those guys that have played years past, and they are in that same mold, and they just they play with an unbelievable passion, and they're really good players, but they're even better people. So I love the way they do things, and they're just going to continue to lead us the rest of the season.
Now, you've already clinched the conference championship, but you close it out now to try to go 10-0 in the regular season. Go to Marshall to take on East Texas Baptist. How important is this game for you all?
I think it's the biggest one of our season. Really and truly believe that because you see where you really are as a program. Looking back on last year's team, you learn some lessons and you have some memories from those things. And it was almost like sometimes that we were just happy we got a conference championship, and that's definitely not a detriment on those guys because they set a new standard as well, and they played really, really hard and went and took care of business whenever we needed to. And so I think this team has learned from them the standard and the legacy that they left, and now we're trying to build on that. And so I'm really proud of what we've done to this point, but none of us are satisfied, and we've got to build on this to be able to put us on the best path moving forward, and our guys understand that.
You beat ETBU 38-22 the first time you played. What do you gain from that ball game?
Nothing. I wish we could say that just you get a bunch out of it, but even that was just a few weeks ago, and then going and watching them, they're completely different now. It's crazy. I mean, literally, it's a whole new bag of tricks that they're doing on both sides of the ball. I mean, defensively and offensively. I mean, they've got so many different weapons that they're trying to use and different things they're throwing at you. So the game plan, you just kind of take that other one, and if it was on paper, you just wad it up and throw it away. Because, I mean, about the only thing that's the same is the players. But they're using those guys in a lot of different ways on both sides. So it's completely different.
It's always a challenging place to play in Marshall too.
Always, you go to East Texas, and it's a little different environment, but our guys will be ready to go.
What are keys for the Cowboys?
Take a big step forward. I mean, we're climbing that mountain, and it's pretty treacherous, and so if you don't continue to climb, man, you're going to slip back, and we definitely don't want to do that. And so we've got to continue to keep our foot on the gas and keep the main thing, and that's to keep being the best version of us.
We know that you've already got the automatic bid to the playoffs. With a win over East Texas Baptist, pretty confident you'd have a first-round bye, and then probably some home games, at least for the first round, maybe the first 2 rounds after the bye.
I'd love to say I'm confident in that, but I've been really confident in some things going into the playoffs before, and it didn't happen, and so nothing's going to surprise me. And so, biggest thing we're going to do is just, and this is hard to do, but easy to say, is just control what we can control, and that's getting prepared to play. And then if they say we're playing the first round and they're flying us to wherever, let's get after it. And if they say we're going to get a bye and we're going to be home, then we'll be prepared for that. So whatever they throw at us, this team will be ready.
Bottom line is win, right?
That is the bottom line. Go 1-0, and so our guys definitely understand that.
Coach, good luck this week.
Thanks, Al. I appreciate it.
Jesse Burleson, that is the Hardin Simmons Coaches Show as the Cowboys get ready to take on East Texas Baptist in the regular season finale. Thanks for joining us on the Coaches Show. I'm Al Pickett. We'll be back after this timeout.